Are you still working?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, did you finish?
I finished, but I can see
Score?
the score.
Yeah, you have to click in a score. Or it must be at least checked, right? Check, check, check.
I can see.
Really? Wow, why? Okay. Me neither, because in my case I did something different. Did you finish also, Michaela and Karen? Um, you finished this exercise? Probably yes, right? Like, what language do they speak in Spain? When do you go to school? What time do you go to bed? Okay, I think that was good to work with. And let's continue, please. The very last. I think there are some two of them. These are easy and simple. Okay. Let's do it faster. What about this? Oh, sorry. What about this?
Who is he? John Smith.
Okay.
When is the concert? On Saturday.
How old is Emily?
Where is she from?
How are you?
What is it?
What is it? Okay. Yes, perfect. Yeah, this was so simple. Okay, help me out to build this one. Number one.
What is your phone number?
Yes.
How old is he?
Three.
When is the English lesson?
Hello, how are you?
Who is in room 6?
Where are the children?
Very good. Okay, we already finished with this section of questions. But we have a different kind of question here. According to the platform, it says that we have to check it out. The tag questions. Okay, there we go. Tag questions. Where is tag questions? Come on. I think I didn't open. Okay. There we go. So when we talk about tag questions, it is very interesting to talk about tag questions because usually we use in everyday speech when you want someone to agree with your idea. I can say, based on in some evidence, let's say the weather is cloudy. Somebody can say, "What's the weather? What's the weather like?" The weather is cloudy. There are, I don't know. Imagine it's about to rain, and based on that evidence, I can say, "Oh, it's cloudy. It is cloudy, isn't it? Right? It is cloudy, isn't it?" And you can say, "Yes, it is," or "No, it isn't." Right? But something like that. Usually, it depends. This is if they state this is the statement and the tag question. If the statement is negative, the tag question will be positive, or vice versa. If the statement is positive, the tag question will be negative. And we're going to learn also how and when to use, especially when we don't have an auxiliary verb. And of course, we're going to use something instead of that. What about this? Let's continue, please. And this isn't dangerous, is it? Okay, read please this one, Karen.
These parachutes work, don't they?
Yes, Michael.
We won't get hurt, will we?
You haven't done this before, have you?
Okay, thank you very much. These are some questions, right? These parachutes work, don't they? Over here, we don't have an auxiliary. We don't say this do bars, no, right? Automatically, we're using don't as an auxiliary verb. And in this second next example, you haven't done this before. Haven't or have is the auxiliary verb, and we're gonna repeat. The only difference is gonna be when in a statement is negative and the question will be positive. And the next one, we won't get hurt. Is okay. There are ways of asking negative, no, sorry, tag questions. And use negative questions and questions to check information that you believe to be true. Example. Let's read, please, Michaela.
I pull the blue card, don't I?
Michaela.
Okay. Don't I pull the blue card?
Yes, in both sentences, the speaker believes that he should pull the blue cord and wants to check this information.
Isn't the view great?
Mhm.
The view is great, isn't it?
In both sentences, the speaker is commenting on the view. Okay, please, Karen.
Are shark vegetarians? Haven't you had lunch yet? Can you swim somewhere else? Didn't you see the shark or sink?
Yes, you see a sharp warning sign, right?
Time, yes.
Yes. Okay, that questions. This one. Kayla.
it's a long way down, isn't it?
Yes, notice that this, in this example, what is important, I'm sorry. This is, by the way, this is positive, but it's with a contraction norm, that's not going to affect the sentence. It's a long way down, isn't it? Right? And the statement is positive and the tag negative. It always will be like that. Also, tag questions with statements tag, for example, expresses an assumption. The tag means right or isn't that true? I want, yeah, Michaela, please.
Uh, I, I, I went the wrong way, didn't I? And the tag means right.
Yes, right? It's like right. Um, Over here, notice also we are not using a singular. Oh, sorry, we are not using an auxiliary verb. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Or, okay, didn't I? Automatically, we're going to use that. Also, the statement is positive and the tag is negative. So the other way is if the statement verb is affirmative, the tag verb will be negative. So this all will hold me, want it, right? Affirmative. Wait, please, Karen.
You won't talk for too long, will you?
Yes. And, negative and affirmative. Tag question 3. Form the tag with a form of be or an auxiliary verb, such as have, do, will, can, or should. Use the same auxiliary that is in the statement. You bought life insurance, didn't you? Okay. This one, please. He has done this before, hasn't he? He isn't joking, is he? Well, the same, right? Over here, negative statement, positive tag. But be careful. The tag only use pronouns. When the subject of the statement is that, the subject of the tag is it. Remember, if you have like, no, Tom, of course, is Tom, right? Tom isn't enjoying this, but in this case will be a bit different. He, not Tom, right? Tom isn't enjoying this. Is he, right? Or is she? Are they? So don't forget about that. Don't repeat the same name, right? Like Julia is drinking water. Don't doesn't Julia know, right? So over here, we're gonna say is Tom? No, is he? Over here the same. That's when we have that. When over here we have that, we're gonna use it. That wasn't my parachute, was it? Okay. At this now. You can swim, can't you? Now, please, I want you to work with this right now. Let's do some tag questions for this.
This is how you know. Is it?
Isn't it, right? Okay.
The rope won't break. Will it?
Yes, will it? What is a rope? It's a cord, right? And how about number 3, guys?
We don't have enough food. Do we?
Do we? Yes. How about number 4?
He didn't bring the helmets. Does he?
Did he?
Did he?
Number 5.
She hasn't given us the right parachutes. Has she?
Yeah.
We should check the map. Shouldn't we?
Shouldn't we? Yes, shouldn't we? Number 7.
Our guide Bob does this all the time. Doesn't he?
Yes. Very good. And intonation is also important when we talk about tag questions like doesn't he? Right? For example, you didn't wear seatbelts, did you? The speaker is checking information he believes is correct. He expects the listener to answer and agree. Yes, probably. You're right. I didn't wear a seatbelt. Okay, read this one, please, Karen.
That hurts, doesn't it?
Aha, right. This type of tag question is more like a statement than a question. The listener can just note, aha, yeah, or yes, maybe, to show that he or she is listening and agrees. It's hard, doesn't it? The idea is that the other person, the other person must be must agree with your idea, with your question, or with your intention. That questions can be used to get information also. This type of tag question is more like a yes no question, like a yes no question. The voice rises at the end, and you usually get an answer. This isn't dangerous, is it? For example. Well, sometimes there are sharks. There's the first one. The speaker wants to confirm his information because he's not sure it's correct, right? This isn't dangerous, depending on the intonation. For example, this is gonna rise. This isn't dangerous, is it? Right? It can be, and they will say, well, sometimes there are sharks. Okay, he's looking for information, like double-edged question. Not exactly like that, but that's looking for information. When the intonation rises, like your name is Michaela. How can I say that in a tag question? Your name is Michaela.
Mm,
The tag question.
Sería, sorry. Maybe your name is Micaela. Isn't it?
Isn't it? Yeah, but this parachute will open before we land, won't it? That's what they told us in the skydiving class. Answers can be like, there's a hospital nearby, isn't there? Yes, there is. Sometimes we can even repeat the tag in an answer. And look at this, what we have here. Answer negative yes, no questions and tag questions the same way you answer affirmative yes, no questions. Read this one, please, Michaela.
Doesn't your parachute work?
Mhm.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Also, it is looking for information, right? The answer is no if the information is not correct. It is done by today. Do you know what is il? Who can tell me in Spanish? It has electricity.
It's I don't know the name in Spanish.
Yeah, anguila, right?
Yes.
Yes. No, we don't. We just like to hide. That's ironic. How about number one and number two, please work on the examples. Yeah, I don't know, just make a sentence with any question. Just give me a couple of seconds while you're thinking your answer, please. I'll be back in like 1 minute, please.
We need to think, Michaela.
I don't know.
No, I was asking because my my tongue was turning dry, but as I see the time, we still have 5 more minutes. No, it's okay. How about number one? What do you think is number one?
Octopus. Uh, doesn't. I don't know what.
Like hug? Probably.
Maybe doesn't attack. Does. In this case, when we talk about animals, we need to use it, or if you, or for example, if we know if the animal is a male or female, we can use he or she.
Very interesting question. By the way, when it's singular, we use it. When it is plural, we use they. Okay, please don't forget about that.
But when we talk about animals, right?
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's any animal, insects, animals. They, I don't know, there are more than two or more than one plural, right? We uh, gonna we're gonna say they instead of if it. Let's say we are talking about 5 dogs, and I'm gonna say they are happy, they are hungry, or something like that. Okay, we say they in that case. But over here in the octopus, it can be like I don't know. Octopus are not dangerous, aren't they? Right? Or there aren't piranhas, right? Or something like that. But there are also some links to work with. Oh, today we are spending time everything with grammar. Oops, that means that on Friday we have to work with vocabulary, listening, and other stuffs. So I thought, I don't know, my opinion looks seems okay. I was thinking that is a bit longer, too long to be the maybe the. Okay, so let's start with this. Have questions. Let's look at this, please. Match the sentence. House type the letter in the box. What about this one, for example? They won't expect me to make a speech.
The letter F.
Letter, definitely. How about number two? Michaela.
He isn't going to like the idea. Is he?
Letter
Sí.
C. Okay. Number three, please, Karen.
That is absolutely fascinating, isn't it? Letter A.
Four, please, Michaela.
They can do that, can they? Letter B.
Letter B.
He doesn't agree with Annie. Does he? Letter E.
The most difficult one, what is, Michaela?
We should be here, should we? Letter D.
Letter what?
D.
D. Let's check it out. Perfect, 6/6. Okay, guys, I think we spent our available time in this class. Please don't go away. I'm gonna send this survey. Please, if you can complete. Do you have any questions? I don't know. Please. Any questions, Karen and Michaela?
No, no, teacher.
Okay, okay. It was, as always, it was very nice to have classes with you. I really hope you learned something in this class, especially about grammar. I think not learning, but I can say maybe you are, okay, you can remember, right? You can remember about grammar. Okay, thank you very much. And we're gonna see each other tomorrow in the call. Please, in the call, the scheduling, I'm gonna check it out. Yesterday went a bit disordered, but I think tomorrow is gonna be better. So we're gonna get organized much better tomorrow. Otherwise, we can just chat on WhatsApp, and if it is necessary, I'm gonna send you some messages. Okay, if you want to ask about something else. Okay, Miss Karen and Miss Michaela, it was very nice to meet you. No, sorry, to have classes with you today. And thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Good night.
Thank you, teacher.
Teacher, goodbye. Bye, Michaela.
Bye. Bye, Karen. Bye, teacher.
Bye bye. See you tomorrow.